Next, we will be hearing the presentation from our keynote speakers, Datuk Wira, Engineer MD Sidek bin Ahma. MD Sidek holds a position in National Monitoring Committee of Malaysia, and he is also the former chairman of the BSS working group in 2023 and 2024. His topic today will be the impact of digital transformation on engineering service mobility in ASEAN countries. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Datuk Wira, MD Sidek bin Ahma.
Thank you, Kun Nahatai. Good afternoon, Honorable Assistant Professor Dr. Tanis Wirasiri, President, Council of Engineers of Thailand, or COET, ladies and gentlemen. First and foremost, let me thank the Council of Engineers Thailand, or COET, the Engineering Professional Regulatory Authority of Thailand, and the organizer for this ACPE Forum 2025 for giving me the honor to deliver the keynote address for this year's ACPE Forum entitled The Impact of Digital Transformation on Engineering Service Mobility in ASEAN Countries. As the immediate past chairman of the ASEAN Business Service Sector Working Group, or BSSWG, for session 2023 to 2024, this initiative to promote to forge ahead the mobility of ASEAN professional engineers is in line with the spirit of ASEAN Economic Community, or EEC Blueprint 2025, as jointly envisioned by the founding ASEAN leaders, which among others is to enhance the connectivity and sectoral cooperation within the ASEAN Economic Zone. At the ASEAN Secretariat level, we sincerely hope to see more ASEAN engineers, especially from Thailand, to register themselves as ASEAN Chartered Professional Engineers, or ACPE for short, and to be active as ASEAN Registered Foreign Professional Engineers, RFPE, to practice within the ASEAN region and to help identify and address the issues that may still pose as barriers for ASEAN professional mobility within the ASEAN region. The current digital economy provides a strong platform and opportunity for engineers within the ASEAN region to spearhead and create the necessary change toward process improvement for higher efficiency, productivity, and value creations. On this note, it is timely that this ACPE forum discuss and focus on the possible impact of the digital transformation on the engineering service mobility within the 10 ASEAN countries, including the use of digital technology as a better means and reach to engage and communicate with the various strata of the engineering fraternity. Let me share the snapshot of the ACPE BSSWG achievement to date. In early 2000, the Coordinating Committee for Services, or CCS, and the Mutual Recognition Arrangement, MRA committees for the various professional bodies were established to help coordinate the effort towards professional mobility in the service industry under Mode 4, in tandem with the aspiration of the ASEAN leaders for a borderless one economic zone. The respective MRA Coordinating Committee, i.e. ACPECC for engineers, AAC for architect, ACACS for surveyors, and ACPACC for accountants, have diligently strived and have fulfilled the main tasks prescribed under the MRA roadmaps, i.e. to establish the register for ASEAN professionals. BSSWG was set up by CCS to monitor, chart, and coordinate the progress of each of the 4 MRA committees and to report to CCS their progress and concern at every quarterly meetings. As of the last ACPECC BSSWG meeting in October 2024 in Jakarta, the registered ASEAN professional engineers total 8,105 with the following breakdown. Brunei Darussalam 36, Cambodia 134, Indonesia 1,608, Laos PDR 18, Malaysia 3,618, Myanmar 630, the Philippines 1,097, Singapore 352, Thailand 250, and finally Vietnam 362, making the total, as mentioned, 8,105. Admittedly, these numbers are far lesser than the current total number of professional engineers registered by the PRA at their respective country level. It is also sad to mention that the current official number of RIPE registered, which is to reflect ASEAN engineering professional mobility, currently stand at only 31. We do acknowledge that the actual number of ASEAN engineers working across border within the ASEAN countries are much higher than the official number registered as RFPE. But the fact remains that the engineering professionals are reluctant to be registered as RFPE, but prefer to remain below the radar and take all the unnecessary risks working as professional engineers within the ASEAN countries. ACPE and BSSWG recognize these issues, and continuous efforts are being made under the various technical working groups formed to address these concerns effectively. Among the main concerns cited across the board by the professional practitioners are barriers of mobility are, among others, the issues on immigration, taxations, and standard and practices. The ACPE Technical Working Group, or TWG, for ASEAN Professional Mobility, led by Indonesia, has set up various sub-working groups to address these concerns to help promote and facilitate the engineering professional mobility. The recent online survey carried out under this TWG to specifically identify barriers on cross-border mobility in engineering services for ACPE and ASEAN professional engineers has of 2nd of January 2025 received 493 respondents. The closing date has been extended to 10th of January 2025 last, and we hope to see more respondents to help make the survey more credible. And I'm informed at the last meeting on Tuesday, the total number of respondents has raised to over 600. And on that, I congratulate the working group for their effort in identifying addressing the concern of mobility. The immigration and taxation issues have been elevated to CCS and ASEAN leaders level to be resolved, for these are common concerns raised by all professional MRAs committees. Special task force has been set up at the ASEAN leaders level to address these concerns, and to date we are still awaiting for the final outcome. We are made to understand that the double tax arrangement for all 10 ASEAN nations have been ratified, and as for the immigration issue, it is still work in progress, including the proposal for the ASEAN card for ASEAN professionals to cross border. The Philippines has recently introduced the special lane for the ASEAN professionals at the immigration counters at their airports, terminals, and we hope other countries will follow suit. For the engineering education level, most ASEAN countries are either full signatory or provisional members of the Washington Accord, or WA, of the International Engineering Alliance, IEA, i.e. start with Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, Myanmar, Philippines, and Thailand. By virtue of said education accord, all signatory members are governed by common education manuals or standards and enjoy mutual equivalence and recognition of their degree of engineering accredited program. Except for Vietnam, Cambodia, Laos, and Brunei, all other 6 ASEAN countries at the moment are or will be enjoying mutual recognition for their engineering degrees. The Philippines, together with the ACPE Secretariat, has established a data platform to compile all engineering standards and practices of all the engineering disciplines adopted by each ASEAN country. Once completed, this platform will provide another online reference point for the ASEAN professional engineers to access the desired data and information on standards and practices within the ASEAN region. Finally, the BSSWG applaud ACPE and the respective PRA for making it now possible to apply for ACPE and RFPE online. It is hoped that with the introduction of this online registration, there will be greater numbers of ASEAN professional engineers registering as ACPE and RFPE in the coming years. The impact of the digital transformation has made it possible for many of the ACPE working group to be conducted online and has brought engineering bodies closer together to access and share knowledge and information and doing work in the far reach of the region. On this note, I would like to take this opportunity to appeal to all engineers within the ASEAN countries to come forward to support the ACPE and BSSWG effort to promote the ASEAN engineering professional by participating in all the initiatives conducted by their respective PRA to address the mobility issues at both country and regional level. ASEAN professionals should be at the forefront of ASEAN economic development rather than being mere spectators and lose the opportunity of participating and benefiting from the various development taking place in this growth region. I would like now to touch on the impact of the digital economy. Under the various stages of the industrial revolution that took place over the last few centuries, mankind has seen the transformation of traditional industrial practices into new techniques shaping societies through these many eras of change. Each stage is driven by the technologies available at the time, with the engineers playing the center stage role in each of its formation, progress, and development. Coal was the driving force behind the first industrial revolution, which started in 1765 with the introduction of steam engine and the mechanization in the manufacturing sector. Gas and electricity was the driving force behind the second industrial revolution, which began in 1870 with the invention of assembly line for mass production and the rise of technologies to improve efficiency and cost reduction, which further drive the industrial and economic growth of the era. Electronics and nuclear was the driving force behind the third industrial revolution in 1969, with computers, automation, and digital technology to become an integral part of the production process. This was the beginning of the digital age, with computer-aided design, or CAD, and computer-aided manufacturing, CAM, pioneering the higher precision and efficiency within the production lines. Internet and renewable energy was the driving force behind the fourth industrial revolution or Industry 4.0 in the early 21st century, very much characterized by the integration of smart technologies such as Internet of Things, IoT, artificial intelligence, AI, and big data analytics. These innovations enable real-time monitoring, data-driven decision-making, and enhance further the industry automations. Artificial intelligence, robotic, and Internet of Things are the driving force behind Industry 5.0, which is the next new phase that focuses on collaboration between humans and machines, leveraging the strength of both to achieve optimal outcomes. This new phase is likely to transform the future of work, where workers will focus on creative and complex tasks, while repetitive and hazardous tasks are handled by robots. This shift will require new skill and emphasize the importance of lifelong learning among the engineering community. Each of these phases, from Industry 1.0 to upcoming Industry 5.0, has brought about groundbreaking innovation, which has transformed the lifestyle of every strata of society and the global economy today. Engineers will continue to play the vital roles in ensuring the change and transformation will continue to provide values and improve the living standard of society in general. The digital era marked the acceleration of learning, empowering workforce towards higher efficiency and gaining higher visibility across the industry cycle. The recent COVID-19 pandemic of 2019 to 2022 offer a great insight as to how the whole global business processes and the supply chain undergo the destructive reinvention and development. Telepresence and communication technology, online meeting, and online business transaction are some of the examples of the change that has happened during this hard time, which are already accepted as today's norm and has already shaped the current business environment we are in today. The engineering fraternity within ASEAN, especially those providing the various professional service across border from mode 1 to mode 4, need to embrace and adapt to these changes to remain relevant and competitive. The digital and information technology available today should provide easy access for ASEAN engineers to be more creative and innovative in undertaking cost-saving tasks by optimizing processes, improving efficiency, and reducing waste to benefit both public and private enterprise. Next, I will touch on the challenges under the digital era. The ASEAN Economic Community envisioned ASEAN as a single market and production base, a highly competitive region with equitable economic development and fully integrated into the global economy. ASEAN Free Trade Area, or AFTA, was created in 1992 to broaden the region's economic potential with the adoption of the ASEAN Vision 2020, which envisions ASEAN as a highly competitive region with free flow of goods, services, investment, capital, equitable economic development, and reduced poverty and socio-economic disparities. AEC Blueprint 2025 was subsequently developed to further deepen the economic integration to achieve a more integrated ASEAN economic community. With regard to ASEAN cross-border professional services, the level of achievement is to date relatively low and of concern to our ASEAN leaders. This is more so with the emergence of digital technology, where other foreign professionals are more able and capable to undertake and provide the desired professional service needed by the region. Unless serious rethinking carried out and the various concerns effectively addressed and resolved, the ASEAN profession may be left out totally as ASEAN region surge forward under the various economic initiatives formulated by our ASEAN leaders. Among the most critical digital transformation challenges that need to be overcome by organizations in order to succeed in this digital era would be the cultural resistance to change due to employees' fear of the unknown, about their job security, or simply being comfortable with the daily routines. The leaders in the organization and their workers must be convinced that the digital revolution is not a threat, but rather an opportunity for growth and sustainability. Resistance often stems from lack of understanding or fear of incompetency in the face of new technologies. Organizations need to embark on the digital journey to promote relearning and upskilling and to bridge the digital skill gaps among the current and new talent pool. Other concern would be the integrations of new digital technologies with the legacy system for the seamless digital transformation. With careful planned integration strategy, it would minimize disruption and optimize functionality of the old and new system. The digital era poses a new issue on cybersecurity, data breaches, cyber attack, and privacy lapse, which can tarnish reputation, incur legal consequences, and kill customer trust. Among the effective solutions to avoid and mitigate these concerns is by training the workforce on best practices for data security and privacy. People, process, and technology must all complement one another to create an effective defense against cyber attack. The digital divide among the 10 ASEAN nations is still wide and would deepen as technology develops rapidly. This situation can be attributed to the non-availability of technology and its affordability to the population, especially in the rural sector of the developing and underdeveloped nation of the region. Bridging the digital divide will improve digital literacy, promote digital skill, enhance social mobility, and promote economic equality and growth. Thus, closing this digital gap will have significant impact on the education and education outcomes, as well as the business performance and result within the ASEAN region. To ensure equitable economic development and address the socio-economic disparity among the ASEAN countries, as prescribed under the AEC Blueprint 2025, it is of utmost importance that ASEAN leaders put priority for the appropriate infrastructure development towards enhancing digital literacy plus fostering public-private partnership to address the need for an equitable IC accessibility together with the availability and affordability of technologies like smartphone, broadband, and Wi-Fi for all the region, particularly those in the remote areas and rural sector, to ensure connectivity for all and to close the current digital divide. Next, I was to touch on the ASEAN digital economy and transformation. As we are well aware, Malaysia assumed the chairmanship of the ASEAN starting 2025 and has laid out various initiatives to promote the growth of ASEAN region, which is projected to become the fourth largest economic bloc driven by the growing middle income group. Malaysia has recorded record-breaking foreign direct investment or FDI, particularly in the renewable energy and artificial intelligence infrastructure, driven by its goal to be the regional leader in digital economy and transformation. Malaysia is poised to be the global data center hub with advanced digital infrastructure to ensure accurate and equitable benefit, and will leverage on its geographical position to be the hub for electricity, talent and supply chain diversification need for the region. Of greater interest would be the newly formed Johor-Singapore Economic Zone to complement further the earlier formed Special Economic Zones, which is a unique collaboration leveraging on Johor resources and Singapore's robust financial system, expected to contribute around 28 billion ringgit Malaysia to the country annual GDP. Elsewhere in the ASEAN region, similar initiatives have been rolled out to propel the region as among the fastest growing economy. These are the exciting development and transformation that are already taking place within the region that will challenge ASEAN engineers to participate and be involved in, or lest they be left out on the sideline to merely talk, watch, and see all these opportunities pass by. The challenge to ASEAN engineering professionals would be to what degree would ASEAN professionals be engaged in all the future development projected to take place within the ASEAN region. The question is whether our ASEAN professionals are willing to and capable to undertake these challenges to offer their professional services for this development. At the ACPE, CCB, BSSWG levels, there has been suggestion that the ASEAN leaders consider using ASEAN professionals for design, construction and supervision, using ASEAN product, equipment and resources for project development and construction, and finally ASEAN currency to provide financing for the development. As suggested, a minimum limit of say 30% be set as a requirement for ASEAN professional engagement for project undertaking by either local or foreign entities. This will provide the opportunity to increase the ASEAN professional across-border mobility, involvement, and also serve as the best opportunity for ASEAN professionals to prove further their professional capabilities, while at the same time gain the relevant experience and expertise to position themselves for future international engagement outside ASEAN. The digital transformation has a significant impact on the regional and global economy, which within a shorter span has dictated and shaped today's business processes and society living standard and well-being. The AI technology has already presented itself as a future of things, and for all its benefit or otherwise, will be the new norm. It will be an interesting opportunity for ASEAN to take a center stage for the future development of AI technology and its potential application. On this note, Malaysia, as a current chair for ASEAN, can consider taking the lead in the ASEAN research and the AI research and development for the region. In conclusion, I would like to conclude by saying that aside from the ongoing initiative to promote the ASEAN professionals for cross-border mobility, by addressing all the concerns before us, the bigger challenge would be the mindset change required among ASEAN engineering fraternity to adopt and adapt to the digital transformation as a way forward to position ourselves as the leaders to spearhead the change to happen within the ASEAN region. Engineers has to be willing and be brave enough to initiate the desired technological, organizational, and institutional changes under the digitalization exercise to accelerate innovation and learning and to empower their workforce towards higher efficiency and to conduct optimization exercise within the organization. I wish to thank again the Council of Engineers Thailand as the PRA for Thailand and the organizing committee for this ACPE Forum 2025 for giving me this opportunity to deliver the keynote address. I sincerely wish them all the best for a successful forum. My best wishes too to all the participants, with the hope that you will benefit tremendously from this knowledge sharing exercise and will give your full support to the respective PRA in the ASEAN countries to register as ACPE and be a successful ASEAN practicing professional engineers in the near future. Finally, I would like to take this opportunity to wish all our colleagues celebrating the coming Chinese New Year, Kongsi Fat Chai. May the year of the snake which is associated with transformation, renewal, and spiritual growth, bring more peace and happiness and success for all. And above all, change for the better, letting go of the old and embracing the new. Thank you and best wishes to all.
Thank you, MD Sidek, for a very eye-opening and insightful presentation. And also, Happy New Year to you too. And our next session will be presented by Associate Professor Dr. Quanchai Leepowpanth. Dr. Quanchai is the second Vice President of the Council of Engineers Thailand, and he's also the Chair of Monitoring Committee of Council of Engineers Thailand. His topic today will be virtual mobility in engineering professionals across ASEAN region, embracing collaboration, overcoming geographical challenges, and complementing physical mobility. Please welcome Dr. Quanchai.
Good afternoon, Datuk Wira, Engineer Andi, Kun Niwat and his panelists who join us this afternoon also. And also good afternoon for all participants that spend your time online joining us this afternoon today. This event this afternoon is important for our engineering communities. We are going to talk about mobilities, as Datuk Wira have just mentioned. Mobilities. We have around 8,000 ACPE and way less RFPE among our 10 countries in ASEAN. This number is very low, far too low, as compared to a number of ACPE registered in each country. The mobility is become an issue that we have to talk, we have to discuss in most meetings, in not only ASEAN countries, but in other platforms like APEC engineers, European countries. They're also having the same issues of mobilities. We are wondering why and try to find out the barriers why the mobility in engineering services is not growing as we expected. The event this afternoon not only talking about mobilities, but also after this session, we'll have few ACPE and IFPE to share their experiences working in Thailand. So this is very important. And this is the purpose of Thailand ACPE Forum, trying to encourage professional engineers to become ACPE, to become IFPE, and also to mobilize themselves working across border in not only Asian countries, but also other engineering professional services in other parts of the world. I would like to spend the next 10 to 15 minutes talking about virtual mobilities in engineering professional services across Asian countries, embracing collaboration, overcoming geographical challenges, and also complementing physical mobilities. But to propose the alternative that it may increase our collaboration among ourselves, may improve opportunity for engineering professionals to work together remotely and become some models of mobilization of engineering workforce. So, what I'm going to talk regard to virtual mobilities. Virtual mobilities, normally we refer to the ability of professionals to collaborate and work remotely, allowing them to perform their duties without being physically present at a specific location. We know that in physical mobilities, there are barriers in every country. They have to work with local collaboration. There are problems with immigration. There are problems with work permits and so forth. But in some instances, in some opportunities, they can find some working arrangement that they can work remotely through some tools, instrumentations, and some communications system. As we know that now, at present, the engineering projects become more globalized, complex, and larger scale, involving a lot of discipline and involving a few others, professional other than engineers. We need to work with teams from other regions. We need to work with clients across different countries and across time zones. This trend emphasizes the necessity of flexible work arrangements that can adapt to diverse locations and cultures, and also the time zone. The mobility for engineers professionals is crucial because it facilitates collaboration, enhance productivities, and allows access to global expertise and resources. Engineers, normally they have the same language. They understand each other, talking engineering languages. And these engineers can participate in international projects, regional projects, to share knowledge and respond quickly to challenges, which is important at present. The climate change adaptation, climate change reduction, for example. Virtual mobilities, it probably offers the practical solution. Get rid of barriers for physical mobilities. So if we would like to conduct the projects using expertise from other countries, and they can work remotely together with what? With the actual physical presence, so we can have that kind of working arrangement to accomplish the task. Because sometimes the physical travel, the physical movement has problems, has barriers, as I mentioned before. I'm trying to suggest that if we look at this, we have two kinds of mobilities. Physical, that on-site project works, that we need a physical presence of engineers. Or other country assignment, assign this engineer to work in that and other countries. So that is necessary that we would have physical movement of individual engineers. For the second type, virtual mobilities. We could create remote collaboration, where virtual meeting, virtual presentation, virtual reporting, work remotely, and they would come together for some period of time. And they come for important meeting, one in every 3 months, for example. You see, if we could have these kind of mobilities, virtual mobilities, benefits of the cost effectiveness, reduce travel expenses, and less time consuming. We can even design hybrid work arrangement in mixing combination in between physical mobilities and virtual mobilities for flexibilities. Eventually, I believe that virtual mobilities would increase mobility in engineering services as a whole. But actually, virtual mobility has been talking about for quite some time. In some European countries, in APEC engineers, they are talking about how to increase mobility through this virtual mobilities or hybrid kind of work arrangement, and how we should facilitate that virtual mobilities and how we could recognize virtual mobilities as well as physical mobilities. The challenges for virtual mobilities, for example, technology dependent. We need internet, we need communication tools for meeting, discussion. It may have a remote meeting for every morning or every week, for example. The second challenge is communication barriers. Different languages and maybe cultural differences. The third one is less interpersonal interaction. Of course, when you work remotely, you can see only their face talking to you, but you don't have interaction among team members, for example. I would like to show you a case study. Actually, there are a few case studies, but I just select one. There is a project called Smart Power Program in Southeast Asian countries that's financed by USAID of USA. The consultant here in Thailand, Deloitte USA, stationed here in Bangkok, working together with one of the consulting company in Thailand. This is a 5-year project covering 7 ASEAN countries to modernize power system and promote renewable energy efficiency, and other advanced energy systems such as battery energy storage system, and EV industries, for example. And this is the objective of the projects. Project management and main office is in Bangkok, in Thailand. This is an example. Now is the 4th year of the program. The project engaged around 47 engineers and other professionals from Southeast Asian countries. Of course, in Thailand, we have more engineers working here. 20-something from Thailand, 2 from Laos, 6 from Cambodia, 4 Indonesian, 2 or 3 from Philippines, 5 from Vietnam, including 1 from India and 1 from France. We work together. We work on assignments remotely. They travel to Bangkok for some important meeting periodically, 1 in every 6 months, or when by end of the year we have a end of the year meeting to conclude our assignments. This show, a picture that show what we have done, you see, is some international from other countries, from USA, from France, from India, and more from our ASEAN countries. This I think this is considered a good example of virtual mobilities working together remotely, and they can organize working meeting, working discussion through the actual face-to-face meeting, or even working meeting online, for example. So they are working at now the 4th year of the project. It's a case study. So we can have these virtual mobilities to complement the physical mobilities. We can design, say, probably we have 15% of physical mobilities, while 85% we can work through virtual. This is a strategy that I think the firms, the companies can manage to get it done through this kind of hybrid type of mobilities. If we can integrate physical mobilities and virtual mobilities, I believe that would produce, we can improve our collaboration with less barriers of physical mobility. So now I would like to recommend that among our ASEAN countries, we could explore how virtual mobility in engineering services in private sector mainly is actually practiced, and to what extent. We think that the mobility in engineering services is not as we expected, but actually the mobilities happen every day without official record. I believe that. So, and explore is actually practice countries, both virtual mobilities and physical mobilities, and then we could recognize this virtual mobility as the alternative or in complementing physical mobilities, and then we could provide some kind of facilitating tools to facilitate our ACPE and IFPE to working both physical and virtual mobilities up to their capacity. For engineering professionals and firms, I urge to think about hybrid work models where possible, and also invest in technology and training. And then we could have a kind of combination of physical and virtual mobility working remotely in some important projects, some international projects. It's come to my conclusion that the virtual mobilities is an effective alternative and also a complementary for physical mobilities. It increases remote collaboration for the role of remote work in the industries that we need to face all challenges at present. And ASEAN countries should take this into account and to recognize, to provide the facilitating tools and measures for our ACPE and IFPE. So this is my conclusion. So thank you very much for listening to what I'm saying. And I would like to thank all participants for coming to join us this afternoon and wish you all success and also happy Chinese New Year. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Quanchai, for the very interesting presentation and how you remind us that we are pretty much in virtual to a certain degree or augmented reality, and we unknowingly mobilize without moving our physical. And then we will move on to our next speaker. We have Engineer Andi Taufan Marimba with us today. Engineer Andi is the chairman of Indonesia Monitoring Committee and the former chair of Technical Working Group MAE the year 2023 and 24. Engineer Andi's today's topic is collaboration to enhance and promote engineering service mobility. Engineer Andi, the stage is yours.
Thank you very much. So first, I would like to say thank you, the Council of Engineers Thailand, to invite me to be one of the speakers in this forum. And then, of course, I have to greet Professor Thanes, President Council of Engineers Thailand, and also my colleagues in the ACPE, Dr. Sidek, that have been spoken previously, and the other speakers, Professor Quanchai, that has spoke before me previously, and all of the panels, and especially, of course, Engineers Nahatai for inviting me to this forum, and all of the participants. I see already more than 500 participants in this forum. Hopefully, you can benefit from this webinar. And I think this is the third webinar for the ACPE forum that has been done. First in Indonesia, in Jakarta, 3 years ago, and last year in Myanmar, and now Thailand. Hopefully, will be followed also by another country from ASEAN country. We have 10 countries now. So I would like to share my screen. Can I share that screen? Okay. So this is my presentation today. As mentioned by Engineers Nahatai, I would like to talk about the collaboration to enhance and promote engineering service mobility. Actually, my material has been, some of the material has been covered by Mr. Sidek and Professor Quanchai, so it will be easier for me. I just want to share with you regarding the application of that, what we have been discussed previously. So, as we know that in ASEAN, we have 10 members, and we have been collaborating since quite some times, especially in engineering service. And until now, as Mr. Sidek mentioned previously, that we still do some effort in order to make our collaboration within the ASEAN countries become more and more. And but unfortunately, as Mr. Sidek also mentioned, that some of the cooperation and mobility is not been is still operating under the radar, so not registered. That's why one of my aim for this topic is to promote to have this ACPE and then also to be registered in RFVE in order for us to work together more better. So this is the roadmap of effort that has been done by MRA of Engineering Service since January 2013 until now, and since the appointment of National Monitoring Committee in 2013 until now, there are some effort that has been done, and hopefully after this we need also to increase some numbers of ACPE. Yeah? So we know that in order to mobile, there will be some obstacles, and we know that collaboration is the process of two or people, yeah, to work together to complete a task or achieve a goal. This definition has been elaborated by Professor Quanchai previously, so you already get some more information about this previously. And also collaboration engineering, we know it's already also been mentioned by Sidek, yeah, previously in this field, that it's become increasingly important. And the creation of dissemination of technical document in multiple technical and occupational fields. And then this collaboration in engineering field allows for greater flexibility, productivity, and innovation. And engineering collaboration typically occurs and shared document workspace through social media sites, video conferencing, SMS, and IM, and include cloud-based authoring platform. This is also been explained by Professor Quanchai. So I would like to show you one of the examples of collaboration that can be done and already be done by us, yeah, from Indonesia, especially by some of the company in Indonesia and also my company. One of the opportunities to do building information modeling. So we know now in most of the country in ASEAN and in the world has been using this BIM to do the design and also to execute the project. Yeah. So one of the advantage using this, that the model can be shared all over the participant in any other country as long as they have internet connection. Yeah. So for example, we can do the model collaboration from Thailand, from Singapore, from Indonesia, to put the model on the cloud, and everybody can participate, can put the comment on the model, can put some changing even at the same time live. So this is one of the technology that has been provided this is technology help us to do the collaboration in engineering field. Yeah. So this is the example of the project that has been done by us. Yeah. My company is Beamfire ID, is from Indonesia. One of the example for we do the project in Timor Leste here, Timor Leste, with a company from Sabah, Malaysia. See, so we can do that without this is hybrid. So we have sent some of the engineers there, but we can also monitor from Sabah and Indonesia. And more projects we have done collaborate with Australia. For example, this is one of our partner in Australia, Beamfire Australia. We have done at least now 3 projects, one in Indonesia. This is the EV battery factory in Halmahera, yeah, Indonesia. This is the EV battery corporation. We the mine there is owned by the Aneka Tambang, one of the biggest mining company in Indonesia. Collaborate with one of the biggest EV battery fabricator in China. So what we are doing in here, we developed the model is from Jakarta and supported by Australia. The Beamfire headquarters is in Perth, so you know, and then the site is in Halmahera Island in east of Indonesia. So this is one of the example of the collaboration. We do also to do the project is in Perth. This is in Perth. There is a big project in Perth built by Golden Group to build some of the complex for the apartment and then sporting facilities there. What we are doing here is we combine between the virtual mobility and also the real mobility by sending some engineers there here to working there. But we are doing the monitoring the project from Indonesia and also from Australia, something like that. The same with this example. This is the mining in Victoria, Australia, done by Sinarmas Mining Company from Indonesia, but we also supporting them from Indonesia, and we are helping to send some of the engineers from Australia. So this is example of collaboration on our experience. So it's happened, and it can be done. So if you would like to do that, it's possible now because the digital technology already there. Okay, so this is some of my recommendation to the ACPE CC, that actually to move to another country physically, it usually finds some obstacle, as I mentioned previously. So instead of just establishing RFPE officer, I would like to suggest to have this help desk to help any engineers who would like to do the mobility can get some information, support regarding the everything, immigration, the partner, and any situation in the country, and it will really help. By having this, I think we will promote the ACPE to all of the engineers who are now reluctantly register, yeah, to this to, as Mr. mentioned previously, to move to mobile under the radar, because by having this, they would like they will be glad to register because there will be some help from the ACPE help desk. This is why I will suggest this later on the ACPE CC forum in Malaysia next week, yeah, next month, yeah. And also, not only talking in the working group or sub-working group regarding this collaboration, but I think ACPE should form a collaboration center to help to monitor any of the engineers or company who would like to collaborate between ASEAN country. This will be also promote the ACPCC, yeah, ACPE. And then the last one is, of course, is in order for us to work to mobile, to travel to another country in ASEAN, especially in the immigration side, for example, in the airport, we have to do the queue, but there is a line, there is not too many people, is APEC, in APEC line. So why don't we do it in ASEAN? I think this is one of the way, maybe. This is still our suggestion from ASEAN to the ASEAN government. Okay, so I think that is my presentation. Thank you very much for your attention. Hopefully, give you some of the information that can help you.
Thank you, Engineer Andy, for an excellent presentation. And I hope everyone gets very excited by now. And, there are so much more that us engineers can do together to make things improve, or a lot of things happen. And the topics from our speakers are very insightful. And the next session will be even more interesting. It's going to be the panelist discussion from ACPE fellows who practice in various significant projects, will be sharing their experiences, which I'm sure it will be very interesting and will give us a broader picture of engineering practice in today's world. Allow me to introduce our panelists and the session chair. Our first panelist, Mr. Prapoot Ponglaohapan. His current position is the Vice President at MITR Technical Consultant Company Limited, and also President elected in ASHRAE Thailand chapter. His dominant practice is in mechanical, sanitary, and fire protection system design and construction. Our second panelist, Mr. Siwarut Suwanlapaporn. His current position is Engineer Manager at Sharp Solar Solution Asia Company Limited. His dominant practice is in solar energy development and construction project. And our third panelist, Mr. Wirasak Kongkeaw. His position is Engineering and Construction Department Manager at Thai Solar Energy Public Company Limited. His dominant practice is in engineering project design, management, and operation. Our fourth panelist, Dr. Soe Myint, which is not only an ACPE, he's also RFPE, which is a foreign professional engineer in Thailand. So his current position is consultant and supervision at Strong Post 1 Company Limited. His dominant practice is in civil engineering, and he also practiced as a foreign engineer in Thailand. And the man who will run the session, our session chair, Mr. Niwat Thanpitinan, monitoring committee member from Council of Engineers Thailand. And ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy the panel discussion session. And gentlemen, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. I believe that there may be some of you joining us from other region or other time zone. Maybe I have to say good morning as well. I believe that you found the previous session very useful, as I have, since we have very knowledgeable speakers have shared their experience on very to-date or important matters like digital transformation from Datuk Wira, and also our president, and also our vice president, Dr. Quanchai, and also many speakers. we found that this matter of ACPE really need more discussion to push it forward. That's why we have designed this forum to have this panel discussion session right now. But anyway, since we have agree with all the speakers, which the name have been introduced to you, we want each speaker not only to share with us about their work experience, that they will have around 10 to 15 minutes to talk about it, but my intention as a monitoring committee, which in fact I prefer to call promoting committee, because from what Datuk Wira has given us the number of the ACPE to date, we still see that the ACPE in Thailand still relatively low. And that's why we really want to promote more as ACPE for Thai engineers, so that we can really, let's say, contribute to the development of our ASEAN region much better. Okay, so that's why we also want the speaker to share some of their experience when they register as a ACPE, so that it will be some advice for who is looking forward to be the ACPE shortly, to know how to go. Okay, so since we have been running out of time, I mean running late a little bit, so I will try my best as a chair of this session to finish it on time anyway. I would like to hand the first session to our first speaker, Prapoot, to share his experience, his work, and also the question I said that when he can tell us to be the ACPE, what would be our preparation to do so. The time is yours, Prapoot.
Okay. Thank you, Niwat, for introducing me. So I will share my screen. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. For my presentation, I will show you some experience for the engineering experience in throughout the ASEAN. So I am in the Vice President of the Technical Consultant, and I am also the President-elect for the ASHRAE Thailand chapter. And then many of the projects that I do oversee from my country is that the project in Cambodia. I have done the tribe hotel in Phnom Penh, and I do in terms of mechanical farming design. And then when we do the project throughout the region, so we have to understand that the standard that apply to the country and then to the international standard, what is the specific item that can apply for each country. Like in Cambodia, there are some different that the transformer cannot connect to the main distribution board like this. So we have to understand not in terms of the standard, but we have to understand that the local requirement also. And this one is the fire protection system that I provide to them. So this one we conform to the NFPA standard. So to work throughout the region, so you need to understand the international standard that you apply for. Another project that I have done is the Chipmong in Cambodia, Phnom Penh. And this one we provide a MEP system for the whole mega mall here. And then they install the chiller, water-cooled water chiller system. The size is around 5,000 tons, and then this conform to ASHRAE standard. The building in the mall, so they also have the smoke extraction system, the ventilation system that conform to international and national standard also. Another project that I have done is the Ocean Supermarket in Molamyai in Myanmar. This one is open maybe 10 years ago, and then we provide the MEP design for them. And this one is the picture inside. We provide the air conditioning system, which is air cool, because of that area is have the problem about the water supply. And then for the transformer, they also use another type of the installation. They request that we have to install over the plinth to prevent the earthquake. So this one is the example for the project that when we do overseas or to the other country, we have to understand both of the international standard and another is the localized requirement. That one is an example from my side. Okay, thank you, Niwat.
Work experience or projects that you have done is quite interesting, and obviously is in our region, right, in other country. So I'm sure that many Thai engineers may want to have the opportunity like you to work overseas like that. And of course, now today, most of the projects, we cannot just look at the project in our own country. We may need to extend further to work in ASEAN or any other region as well, like Dr. Quanchai mentioned about the virtual mobility, and also Engineer Andi, mentioned about the collaboration to enhance and promote engineering services mobility. So your direct experience really suit that purpose. So in this case, can you share with us a little bit that how long ago have you registered your ACPE, and what could be your primary suggestion to the Thai engineers or engineer from other country as well to be the ACPE?
Okay.
Please share with us from that point.
Okay. I have applied for ASEAN engineer last year. Previously, I have got my certificate and approval of the engineer only in the Thailand. But as my work have to be expand and then extend to another country, and then I found out that to be more confident from the owner. So we need some kind of certificate to show that we are all in the standard, same as other engineer in the ASEAN. To do the ASEAN ACPE, it's not only you do for the work throughout your another country, but it means that you prepare for our friend of engineer can come to Thailand and then work in Thailand also. So I invite many of the Thai engineers to apply for this one to up the scale of the level of service to be the standard throughout the ASEAN.
Okay, thank you very much. I think you touched a very crucial point about the customer confidence. I think engineering is a very serious profession. So the confidence among the customer or client are also serious accordingly. So in this case, it's another, let's say, reason why we all should elevate or upgrade our qualification so that we can work not only in our country, but among the region to suit our customer trust much better. Okay. Yes. So I think this is very important, and I hope you are still with us until the end. Sure. And because we may have a later question that we may want to hear your opinion or comment as well. Okay, thank you, Kun Prapoot, for the time being. Our next speaker, of course, he in the very in trend industry nowadays, because I'm sure that most of the engineering world talking a lot about the sustainability, the renewable energy. So that's why we are so delighted to have this speaker with us, Mr. Siwarut Suwanlapaporn. He is the engineer manager of Sharp Solar Solution Asia. So today he will share with us about his work experience, solar energy development and construction projects. So the stage is yours, Mr. Siwarut.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. It's an honor to have all of you here. My name is Siwarut, engineering manager from Sharp Solar Solution Asia. So I'm excited to be here as one of the panelists at today's discussion. So first, let me give an introduction about our company, Sharp Solar Solution Asia. So we are a prominent solar system provider across Asia and Oceania region. In Thailand, we offer a wide range of services, including EPC, OM, and PPA projects. In other Asian countries, we offer EPCM and PV package sales. Our mission is to adoption of sustainable and clean energy solution across the region. Next one, I would like to introduce for you our key system for you to understand that how we approach every solar system project. The first one, we have to check if the project is viable by provide some feasibility assessment. After we complete the feasibility assessment, we start engineering process. After the design is done, we start a procurement process. When all necessary equipment are purchased and delivered to the sites, we move on to construction process. We put things together and connect it to the grid. After that, we go on to commissioning phase to verify and ensure that our components and our system are working correctly and properly. But our job is not done yet. So we implement a customized monitoring system to track down our performance, our energy contribution generation to make sure it can be operated efficiently. So next one is scope of work at ACPE. The first, my role is engineering consultancy. So I provide a consultant to the client to understand their needs. Based on these consultations, I offer recommendation about technical specs, develop technical plans, and also create and comprehensive project plans. By ensuring all engineering design, construction processes, operation comply with both local and international standards. I also liaising with the regulation to ensure compliance with the national and regional laws regarding safety, environmental, and quality. The next one, we also do project management and supervision. I lead and oversee engineering projects, ensuring it on track with the budgets, schedules, and meet with the highest quality. Also, project feasibility study is one of our work scope to ensure that project is meet with the standard and financial standard viewpoints. So the next one, let's talk about design and computation, which is my strength. I usually design the engineering solution for all of solar projects by performing a detailed design, detailed drawings, detailed calculation in accordance with both local and international standards, such as IEC, IEEE, or NEC for installation work, and also conducting audits and assessment of existing engineering system operation. This can help to provide or recommendation for improvement or upgrade to our client. So the last one is construction supervision. So this one is also a crucial part of the project because we need to coordinate, manage with the team of engineers, local partners, contractors, and including the client, which involved with the project. And this part we need to monitoring the progress and make sure the progress has been made according the plan, and may require some adjust if it's necessary to make the goals and target not, the project is not delayed. And also need to evaluating the performance of the existing system before installation or during installation to make sure it's have no any problem after that. The next one is our project reference. This is the first project of my work abroad in other ASEAN countries. This one is Yokohama, Thai project located in Clark City, Philippines. The project has capacity at 4 megawatt DC. I provide an engineering consultant service and also project management support for this project. This is my first project in Philippines. And next one, I move on to Mitsumi Cebu. This project is located at Cebu Islands, Philippines, with a capacity of 7.9 megawatts. So it's a solar farm in the factory. So it have significantly in complexity and its scale. This project we provide engineering service, site assessment, construction support, monitoring, and also commissioning on the site. The next one, this is my first project on Laos. The project is located at Savanakhet province with a total capacity of 11 megawatts. This project, we provide consultancy for engineering services, and we support on-site team for construction monitoring and engineering consultancy. This one is also one of our key projects. This is Denso Manufacturing Vietnam, located at Hanoi with a capacity of 3.1 megawatts. This project is rooftop with focus on integrating a solar system into the company's manufacturing processes. The next one is AST Indonesia project, located at Semarang City, Indonesia, with a capacity of 2.2 megawatts. This project I provide coordination support with contractors and engineering consulting service. Finally, this is the last one. I work with Ir.Md Singapore The site is located at Jurong Industrial Estate with 0.9 megawatt. This project I provide an engineering design and consultant, including construction monitoring and management support. Even include commissioning on site and also provide customized monitoring system for post installation to track the performance. So the next one will be the benefit of ACPE. Let me share some key point to be ACPE. First, we have a professional recognition and access to regional project. So as I mentioned before, ACPE recognized throughout ASEAN member countries, which make it easy for engineers to work across border of ASEAN region. This also boosts an engineer credibility and visibility on international level. And the next one, career mobility and enhanced job opportunity, as ACPE status can make an engineer more competitive in the job market, as their qualifications are mutually recognized with the Asian countries. It also signals to employer that the engineer meets high professional standard. The major benefit is also networking and collaboration. Being a part of ACPE network can provide opportunity for collaboration, learning new skills, sharing knowledge, even can open the door for new partners, new joint venture and career growth opportunity. And the final one, which is also the key of ACPE, is improve credibility with the clients. So you holding an ACPE as credibility when working with clients, contractor or stakeholder, assuring them that the engineer has met the highest qualification of professional standard. So that's all of my presentation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Kun Siwarut. I think your final slide looks like a conclusion of the whole forum for today.
Thank you.
I really like it. Okay. So in this case, may I ask about your direct working experience in those countries? Then I think your extensive experience working overseas is quite impressive. But may I ask that among those 5 projects that you have shown us, how many Thai engineers have been involved for those projects from your company? Roughly, including all process, design, supervision,
10 to 15%.
10 to 15. But I'm sure that not all of them are ACPE, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So there's still rooms for more ACPE, from your company as well. And the other side, is there any foreign engineers from those countries also working for those projects?
Yes, sure.
Yeah. How many?
Maybe a little bit more. Maybe 15 to 20. I'm not so sure because we do as a joint venture or.
I see. So, it's even clearer from Kun Siwarut answer that as a joint venture, we need collaboration among the region. Okay. So what our previous speaker Kun Prapoot mentioned about the client trust, we also need to build trust among our partners as well.
Yes.
Right. So that's why being ACPE is really useful for many reasons and many purposes. Okay. So thank you very much. We'll come back to you later for the panel discussion again. Okay. Thank you. And our next speaker, also his company, Thai Solar Energy Public Company Limited. But he said that today he won't speak anything about solar because otherwise it will duplicate with Mr. Siwarut. So, but it makes this forum even more interesting because as we know that ASEAN region are let's say agricultural products a lot. And his expertise in this biomass power project will be, let's say, beneficial to all the audience who interested in this topic. So I would like to invite Mr. Wirasak Kongkeaw, the Engineering and Construction Department Manager of the Thai Solar Energy Public Company Limited, to share about his knowledge and experience. Please.
Thank you, Mr. Niwat. And good afternoon, member esteemed the ASEAN engineer community. It is absolute honor to be here today. I will share my experiences in engineering services for a biomass power procedure project in Thailand. Okay. I have 14 years for experience in power plant industry, and now I working for Thai Solar Energy, and I holding the senior professional in mechanical engineer, certified by Thailand Engineering Council. Okay. Thai Solar Energy is a publicly traded company focused on the product and distribution electric generation from diverse renewable energy source. This includes solar farm, solar loop, solar floating, biomass power plant, and waste to energy, offering the sustainable alternative to traditional fossil fuel. Okay. By my responsibility in engineering manager, I handle the biomass business. That we have three biomass power plants in the south of Thailand. Thailand utilize biomass energy to meet around 10% this power demand. However, though the agricultural byproducts such as light bulb, sugar cane, wood chip, and palm empty food bin, so on. So please see the presentation for our biomass power plant that we put the wood palm chip wood chip for fuel. The power plant compact. The mechanical system include the wheel handling system, looking for the take skill and the function. Other generally same sometimes another system for this video okay. So the engineering service play the critical role of the project development, feasibility study, engineering and construction phase. And operation phase, we do the engineering center for the maintenance planning, and we service the operation and maintenance integrate with the machine learning and performance monitoring. So the one service work from engineering during project feasibility, we have to provide the initial investment cost, both capital and operation expenditure assumption, undertaking the financial requirement and projection the indicator for investment, such as NPV, return on investment and payback period. Our portfolio for project management, this one project, Bang Suwan Green Biomass Power Plant, 6 megawatt at Surat Thani, been COD on March 2018, now operate for 3 years. This power plant use the fuel consumption for wood chip 210 and 10 ton per day, supply to boiler installation for 32 ton per hour. This one project Oscar one as Nakhon Si Thammarat, Thailand, been COD August 2018, use the Palawood ship 250 ton per day, supply 2 boiler, generate the steam 45 ton per hour. The same project Oscar to same capacity like Oscar one. Yeah. The location is Nakhon Si Thammarat also. Okay, we do the maintenance center for maintenance. Provide the conception of maintenance. We verify the operating how along with the power plant running for 20 years to 25 years, and we put the level inspection each year, and we are planning to set the schedule and put the budget each year for estimate and planning. Yeah, and we do this the plan for annual outage maintenance. Okay. This one, for example, the last year, Oscar one have a major shutdown. The lifetime of component limit by equivalent of working hour. The Oscar one last year accumulate allow the 50,000 hours. So the equipment require major inspection and major overhaul steam turbine and gearbox. Also, the boiler require the major replace plate bar and major replace effectively. So on another system, electrical system, mechanical system, and control system. Okay. We provide the optimized spare part and inventory strategy. Identify the classify critical equipment that's essential to operation by classify the spare part category by the importance and demand. Okay. The comprehensive scope of operation for biomass power plant covering various aspects, running from daily operation to long-term maintenance strategy, include the fuel management, power plant operation, maintenance, plant management, also effective operation cost control. We monitoring the availability factor, its direct impact the energy product and financial outcome. Ensure the portion of that power plant is available to generate energy, include the downtime due to maintenance or unexpected. We monitoring equipment efficiency, such as boiler efficiency, fuel consumption, power plant is generated by continuous monitoring and optimize this area. And can be achieved high efficiency level in sustainable cost effective the operation by program monitoring. Okay. Integrates with the application of machine learning is a consumption risk temperature and vibration monitoring for the rotating machine. We try and we try to indicate the level of risk, and we have to planning to solve the problem from machine learning. Yeah. Too much benefit from the power plant, biomass power plant, can be reduce the carbon dioxide equivalent emission by 26 outlet ton per day carbon, and biomass take benefit for the local economic circulation than 60 billion baht annually. Provide the IRR more than 12% under payback period 8 years. Okay. The current state of the power supply from the biomass in the ASEAN country, I think every country develop the biomass energy. So I think the ASEAN country can be benefit from the region collaboration, knowledge sharing in the biomass energy sector, join the research, initially technology transfer and capacity of building program, help to encourage the develop biomass and deployment the biomass power plant across the region. Okay, thank you for that.
Okay, thank you. Very interesting, Kun Wirasak. Now, is there any biomass project in other countries that you are working on now? In other countries?
For the Thai solar, now we develop other country only the solar.
Okay, but not biomass.
Okay.
Is there any reason why? Or because those countries have their own expert already, or what?
I think we no
water yet.
No water, right? Yeah. and I think important for the government policy, because
okay.
we have to do business, follow the policy of government. Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Because as I mentioned, I think in the near future, from now on, biomass power plant may be more, let's say, increasing.
But I think every country in the ASEAN have the architect culture. I think maybe in the future, every country to develop the biomass power model.
Exactly. That's the reason. And how many years have you been ACP right now?
I applied the ACP in the last year.
Last year also, okay. Same as Kun Prapoot, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And how long is the process from
I
applying?
applied from the March last year, and I do the process for interview on October.
Yeah. 7 months. So it's not difficult at all, right?
Yeah.
So we like to encourage you all to apply for it. And how about you, Kun?
Last year.
Okay. As you audience might have heard that Kun Wirasak is a mechanical engineer. Okay, Kun Siwarut is electrical engineer. I understand that Kun Prapoot may be either electrical or mechanical as well. Okay. But today we have another speaker who is the civil engineer. Okay. To share with us, to make our forum more variety, and of course to cover most of the engineer in any field. Okay, we are so glad that we have the consultant and supervision from Strong Force One Company Limited. He will share with us about the civil engineering practice as a foreign engineer, which is one of my favorite topics today. Please welcome Mr. or Dr. Soe Myint. He is also the RFPE, that would make this discussion more interesting. Please, Mr. Soe Myint.
Thank you very much, Mr. Niwat, giving me chance here for a speaker in ACPE Forum 2035.
Okay.
Yeah, first I want to explain my project,
Okay.
civil engineer project, as a share how the foreign engineer taking care of the project. So the main thing is that I have to present the journey for RFP through ACPE channel. So before that, I want to present my current project undertaking here in Bangkok. So I am from Myanmar, and I got the RFP Thailand in 2024. My current project is Omega Pangna project, logistics center construction, approximately 190,000 square meter total floor area, and 20,000 tons steel, which is segmental fabricated in China. This is very big project, steel structure project. So before ASEAN MIA, we have no chance foreigner to be PE and civil engineer here in Thailand. Now with the help of ACPE, I become the RFPE in civil engineer. Thank you very much, ACPE. Without ACPE, I cannot be RFPE here. So this is my current project undertaking here in Bangkok, Omega Pangna project. So we are taking for the design review for steel structure. So for the project big, there is the very big project. The land is 468 meters and width is 168. Land is 460, very big project. So this is the logistics center. So all made by steel, structured steel. So the project brief flow level is the 3 floor, 1, 2, 3. The height is almost 46 meters, 49 meters flow height. And then the clear height is 40 meters. So we use material concrete. It's the 280 KSC. For the superstructure, for the grouting, we use the FRIC 420 KSC. For the rebar, we use SD40 and SD50 Thailand standard. For structure steel, very interesting. This is we use from China because China have the two very good steels, Q235 and Q355. Q235 is the yeah. So structure steel 235 is the 36 psi steel, and Q355 is the 50 psi steel. So for the structure analysis, we use the ETAP 974 version. So analysis method is the linear static analysis method. So for the load combination, we use the, allowable stress design. We use the load combination according to the Thai standard. So for the light load, we use all the additional conservative, little bit conservative for the light load arrangement. For the slab, 3 meter slab for the car, we use the 2 ton per square meter uniform load or 50.5 ton truck wheel load, 7.5 ton, whichever is greater. So for the wheel load, normally when working in Thailand, we have the Thai law. So Thai has so many laws they set up already for the construction. So for the wheel load, we have to use we call Moyo 4, 1311. Moyo 4 means Department of Civil and Town Planning Department. They issue the wheel design specification already. So from that code, we use Bangkok as a area 1, zone 1. So basic wind speed velocity is 25 meters per second. This is we take it from the Thai law. Then this velocity coming back to the wind pressure, we use the Newton law, half mv square. So mass and velocity square. So from that, we calculate the wind pressure, and that design window has been calculated. So for the seismic design, there is another standard, MOIL 4, the same MOIL 4, 1301 and 1303. According to this seismic design code, we have designed the structure. Another one is the MOIL 4 1304, Department of Civil and Transport. They issued another spec for the steel detailing. So from this detailing, we have to develop the the reliable structure connection. As shown on my slide, you see if we use the H-beam, so one plane is not strong enough with acids, but one plane is the strongest. We use the bounce column. You see, so when we use the bounce column, both sides is both acid is the perfect. It's okay. So in this project, we use the bounce column and pipe column concrete beam. So for the seismic design, we use so according to Thai law, we use the zone 5. Because in Bangkok, in Thailand, there is the 10 seismic zone. They separated. So Bangkok is belong to 5. From that, we got the SD1 and SDS. So for the mainframe design, as you see, when we design from ETEC, all strength ratio is less than 1. So the structure is very safe. So this slide we show the Bangkok is in the area zone 5. So for the design seismic base shear, we use the formula P equal to CSW. So D is the 0.03H because of steel structure. When we calculate the base shear, we got the 9,005 ton force with a total weight of 7.14%. It's been for the moderate seismic, so the structure is very safe already. So for the steel trucks, this is the deflection we calculate. All are within the allowance of 360. So the deflection should be also okay. So for the stability check, we check torsional irregularity, seismic soft story, mass irregularity, and we delta check. So this one, we all use also Thai code. So for the torsional irregularity check, we use point A and B and point B and C, all showing less than 1.2. So should be all right. So for the seismic soft story check, also high. So for both X direction and Y direction, for the earthquake force, all soft story is okay for the check. Then we check the story unit mass check. For the mass irregularity also should be all right, less than or equal to 1.5, all our calculation. So for the overturning check, we use the resistance moment and overturning moment greater than 1.5. For the wind force, for the seismic force, all greater than 1.5. So our structure is okay for the overturning as well. So then we check the P delta effect check, both X direction and Y direction, all show theta less than or equal to 0.1. So this P delta effect check also okay. So then wind submersibility check with for the wing, we check for the drift check. So all are included H by 400 allowable. So this also okay. For the earthquake, we check again for story drift check. So it also okay. And within the allowable, all allowable, we use the Thai regulation, Thai law. So this is our structure. This is our structure. Well, this is the 3D. This is the very huge logistics center we are handling. So now we go to our main topic. So how difficult working RFPE civil in Thailand, how we manage, and what is the lesson to our engineering community. Okay, so when we work in the Thailand, we face three problems. First is contractual issue. Second is the construction regulation. That is the communication issue. Because as we come from another country, regulations are different. When we come to Thailand, we have to study all the regulation again. So this is very tough for us. And also as a Thailand, as the language also, communication also there. Very big challenging for us, you see. Anyway, we try to manage as a engineer, we can try to communicate with the digital tool assistant nowadays available for the Google Translate. So this is what, thank you very much for the digital tool we can available here. Okay, so when we go to the contractual issue, Thailand has the Engineering Act PE 2542. So according to this, we have to be taking care for the liability of the stakeholder. For example, when we work in the other country, in Thailand, there's the different. For example, if we drive the car, if I'm working in the project, and if we drive the car, if accident, normal accident is not enough in Thailand. We did a special accident coverage for the car using for the project. You know why? Because if something happens, the project will be stopped and legal is to prevent this legal issue. We did very special insurance policy even for the car. Yeah, this is in Thailand is there a little bit different with the other country. Yeah. So for the ethic, as a RFPE, we have to keep our ethic in the another host country. It's very important, like a public safety. Another is the competence, perform service within the area of competence. Another is the truthfulness, issue public statement, objective and truthfully, you see. Another one is a trust, a faithful agent or trustee for stakeholders. Another one is the honesty, avoid deceptive act, addressing conflict of interest, preserving confidentiality, receiving and providing valuable consideration. So this is the contractual issue. Another one is the construction regulation. I will explain in my next slide. For the communication issue, as I explained you already, we are using the digital tool. Luckily, I can speak in Thailand a little bit, so that it should be fine for me. Okay, so for the contractual agreement, Thailand has the Consumer Protection Act. It's the contract control description, contract PE 2542. And there is the contract control also available in Thailand. So according to this contract, we have to be including this 12 items in our contract. So this is for the information I share for our engineer. And another one is the construction law. There is the major construction law. Law is the Building Control Act PE 2522. So this is very important law we have to be studied. And another one is the Town Planning Act. Another one is the Labor Protection Act. Another one is the Occupational Safety, Health and Environmental Act. So another one is the Environmental Act. Another one is the Engineering Profession Act, 1999. So this all law we have to be studied before doing the RFPE in Thailand. You see? So another one is the Ministry Regulation. As I told you in my previous slide. So construction regulation. Thailand has so many construction regulations already in place. Like here so this is the example like regulation number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, up to 47. This all is for the construction. So Another one is the up to 4955 regulation and 3 other regulation. So from the all regulation, for the construction, very important is the regulation 6, regulation 33, regulation 39, regulation 41, regulation 49 and regulation 55 is the very important regulation. So this all I have to study to become the perform RFPE Thailand. So
ถ้ามีคนส่งคำถาม
let's go to
จะ
the
ส่งให้
next
ผมวิ
slide.
ธีไหน
So another regulation is for the specific region. For example, Phuket, Nakhon Pathom, Songkhla, Phuket, Surat Thani, Nonthaburi, Suphanburi. There is the law for other provinces as well available. So highlight for building construction in Thailand. So Thailand, there is the region. The town planning department has already developed all the region. So like the low density area, moderate density area, high density rural area, environmental conservation area, education area, religious area, government and public utility area, industry and warehouse area. So we have to understand which area we can construct what, which area we cannot construct. So something like that, Thailand have already zoning. Town and planning department have already developed the zoning for the construction. So for the type of construction in Thailand, you see, we have to understand which kind of building is belong to which category. For example, high-rise building is at least 23 meter high. More than 23 meter, at least more than 23 meter, we can go high-rise building. Large building mean the floor area is more than 2,000 square meter, or building at least 15 meter high with total floor area 1,000 square meter. There is different regulation to apply for the different building. For example, extra large building is total area more than 10,000 square meter. So something like that, we have to understand for the definition and category of building in Thailand. So there is the different regulation for different category of the building. So another one is that we have to apply the construction permit. So for applying the construction permit, we have to submit the site land ratio, site area, location of the construction, safety and durability of material specification, facilities such as plumbing, gas, electricity, preventive measure, restroom, waste management, level, height area of empty standard space, distance to neighboring building, landlord, pathway or public place, parking lot, U-turn area, entrance and exit, and PIA report. So all these requirements mostly are regulation in 55. Ministerial regulation 55 is almost all mentioned how to manage the, construction of the building. But the building height, so section 44 of Ministerial regulation 55, building height from any point shall not be more than twice the horizontal distance from such point, which is perpendicular to the boundary of the opposite side of the nearest public road. This is also one of the requirements we have to be done. So the Ministry Regulation 55 also mentioned is the requirement of the height of the head roof, like the 2.6 meter, 3 meter, so 2.2 meter, something like that in the Ministry Regulation 55. So mostly, so another one is the minimum distance neighboring of the land plot, you see. So Ministry Regulation 55 also mentioned this one already. So we can study from Ministry Regulation 55 a lot of requirement during the construction. So this is the license and permit. If you want to construction in Thailand, we need the construction permit. For the construction, we have to apply under the Building Control Act. So another one is it is the big project concerned with the environment. We have to prepare the regulation. Under the Thai regulation, we have to prepare the EIA report. So come back to the foundation engineering. So new regulation issue 2024, they have revised some foundation requirement as well. So for the shallow foundation, the regulation state to find out the modulus of substrate reaction. For the deep foundation, the regulation stated to do the pilot test. So for the shallow foundation, the fill material passes 200 to be 10 to 25%, 95% compression, CBR 4%. When we test the flame bearing test, settlement at working load should be less than 25 millimeter. And for the shallow foundation, unequal settlement is the land by 360 or land by 360. So this is the new regulation adopted during 2024. For the deep foundation, we have to test for the static test and use the Davidson criteria, PL by AE plus D by 120 plus 4. This is the Davidson criteria. So for the now Thai regulation said, if it is no failure, if you wait 2 hours, you can get the static load test result. And for the failure load, they define a 5% of pine diameter, or with other country, I use the 10% of pine diameter. It's a little bit different, we have to notice. So, as I explained in my previous experience, ministry regulation 6.1 important because of the fire resistance. For the fire resistance in Thailand, column and beam is for 3-hour fireproofing, 2 hours for joint and slab, and 1 hour for first-story building, 2 hours for truss. For the roof truss, 1 hour or 2 hours as per requirement of the story. This is very important, and we find many projects is not in accordance with this regulation. So for the drawing preparation in Thailand, we have to use the matrix unit and layout plan 1:500, floor plan 1:100, and the detailing is that normally we use 1:50. And all documents to be signed by design and calculation in chart engineer. So for the Ministry Regulation 35, explaining the requirement of the sun deck and vacant room and firewall, everything is, mentioned already. The Regulation 33, suppose passageway, requirement of passage width is they mentioned already. And then building coverage ratio, and Regulation 33 mentioned building coverage ratio 30:1, 10:1. And so another one very important is the Ministry Regulation 33 stated ventilation, electricity requirement, fire protection system. All they mentioned already, we can apply this to our construction. So we go to Ministry Regulation 39. So another one very good practice in Thailand is the Ministry Regulation 39. If big project you don't want to have the permit, we can use the Regulation 39 to sign with the 2 senior engineer and notice to the authority for the construction to proceed. So this is the very good practice in Thailand. So another Ministry Regulation 45 is the requirement of the parking lot. We have to follow for the parking, we have to use the all regulation 41, including mechanical car parking. So another one is the Ministry Regulation 49 is the earthquake. For the earthquake, then Ministry Regulation 55 is the bedroom for the residential building. Requirement are mentioned already. So building material, space outside the building. This is the same as previous building coverage ratio. So now, I mentioned so many Thai regulation, construction practice already. So what is the advantage of having RFPE in ASEAN countries? Suppose from my experience, what is my advantage? So first, what I run, as I learn from this RFPE, legally an engineer is practicing his career correctly. Yes, now I feel if I have IFP, now I feel I am in the correct position to practice my engineering in Thailand. So another one is that you see the increased reliable level among the client. My client come to say me, hey, you register with COE? Yeah, I rely on you. Go ahead, my project. So another one is that if I have problem, I can report positive things to the ASEAN to improve our community, ACPE and RFPE practice. So this is all my experience working as a RFPE in Thailand. Thank you very much, everybody, for your kind attention.
Okay. Thank you so much, Dr. Soe Myint. I really admire your technical knowledge and also the Thai regulations. I think you probably know more regulation than many Thai engineers. Yeah.
Too much regulation.
Yeah,
But of course, it's useful. No, it's useful to Thai engineer to also ensure that since it's our own country, when we work for any project in Thailand, we should be sure that we have followed regulations.
We are within the regulations.
Okay. And of course, I'm very grateful to all speakers here that trying to cooperate with me to control the time very well. So in fact, we still have 25 minutes remaining for question and answer. And of course, we still have, I hope Datuk, Wira and Engineer Andi still with us. So if you may have anything to ask or to share further, please feel free to do so. Just raise your hand. And also other participants who's with us, more than 500 people, as I know. Please feel free to ask questions as well. If you may have, you can send to the chat box or even raise your hand as well. Okay. So while waiting for those questions, I may ask Kun Prapoot. I hope you're also with us, still with us. I think from your overseas experience and from what Dr. Soe Myint has told us a lot about what we should take more precaution about the regulation to ensure about it. Have you also encountered the similar problem from your projects, Mr. Prapoot? I may ask Kun Siwarut later the same question.
For my project, fortunately, that the many of project, many of project that many of project that I done are conform to the international standard. So that standard I believe that they can apply to all of the country in our region. Only the minor detail like the transformer that in some location that they not allowed to install in the building, or the transformer have to be separate from the distribution board. This is the minor detail that each country may have, but the main we belong to the international standard. So maybe same as Dr. Soe, his experience with be impressive that he know a lot about our local.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Kun Prapoot. How about you, Mr. Siwarut? Yeah, for those projects in 5 countries.
There's, from my experience, I have just 2 problem. The first one is communication issue, also language barrier. But in this case, we can survive, as Dr. So said before, by Google Translate or translation app. This help us a lot. Yes, and the second one is the conflict between local standard. Yes, because in case of Thailand, we have our own local standard. It's EIT, right? And also other Asian country, they also have a local standard. This one, to solve this conflict, we also need to learn and know the originality of the standard version, which they come from, which they translate from. Just like we also need to learn IEC, we need to learn IEEE, we need to learn NEC, and we have to discuss with each engineer of the country to find a middle way. Okay. Yes, to solve any conflict on standard. For example, we Thailand, mostly for installation, we refer from NEC, right? And for calculation, we mostly refer from IEC. In case in Philippines, yes, the PC mostly refer from NEC. It's the same with us. In some calculation standard, they refer to IEEE. So we also need to know the original, so we can pick the right one, to discuss and solve any engineering issue. Yeah,
I see. Okay, very good. Thank you for your sharing. And I may ask some common question to our speakers so that you can share your direct experience about it. So in this case, may I start with Kun Wirasak, that from your business that you are dealing with many engineers and of course for certain foreign country as well, do you think for Thai engineer the opportunity to work overseas in those countries, what are the major roles? For example, mainly for design, supervision, or even construction as a contractor, from your experience?
Additionally for engineer who develop yourself to specialize in the project development and the financial feasibility analysis, you will load significantly in the business. So they will take your opportunity to much more opportunity from your develop the development and financial knowledge. Yeah.
Very good. I think you trigger a very important, apart from Dr. So mentioned about the contractual matters, I think financial aspect also something that most engineers take it for granted.
Yes, we want to know what is the optimal for the engineering system that we have to decide.
I see. Yeah. Thank you. And how about you, Dr. So, the opportunities for it? In your case, can be both inbound and outbound. For example, Thai to work overseas or foreign engineer to work in Thailand. What business opportunity you have seen?
So, you mean business opportunity?
Yeah, because when we are talking about engineering business, it can be design, it can be supervision, or being a contractor, the turnkey contractor, this sort of thing.
I see. Right? So, in case of my country, I met with many Thai engineers coming for the designing, mostly design.
Okay.
Supervision less.
I see.
Less supervision, mostly designing, and turnkey contract not much, but only designing. is there, I mean, good opportunity for
I see.
Thai community engineer to work in my country case.
Okay.
But for the other ASEAN country, maybe I cannot. My country designer a lot. This the
I
design.
see. Am I correct that even the design works opportunity is there, but when the Thai engineer or let's say Thai consultant who posted ACPE, they still cannot sign the drawings in your country. Is
Yes.
that right?
Yes, because we need to apply for the RFP, the stay.
That's why.
Yeah, that's why cannot sign, you see.
Okay.
So if you apply already, if he has the supervisor, our PE supervisor, it's okay. We allow, our country allowed to.
So we have to admit that there's still some certain limitation
Yes.
of being ACPE.
ACPE to act independently. It's difficult, you see.
Okay.
So you need to convert ACPE to RFP.
Okay.
Like driving license. Some driving license we cannot use in Thailand.
I see.
So we have to convert to Thai license. But some driving license still can use in Thailand.
Yeah, that's a good comparison. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. How about your view, Kun Siwarut? Any opportunity you see more for Thai engineers?
In my opinion, we have strong technical skills and strong capability, either engineering work, project management, or construction supervision. So I think it depends on our professional engineers who want to join in each field as they want. Yes.
That means still opportunity still wide open.
Yes.
Yeah, subject to your, our expertise.
Yes.
Whether we want to go which field. Yeah. Okay. So understand that. And Kun Prapoot, how about you? Since you are being the president-elect for ASHRAE Thailand chapter as well. Yeah, I know that you can share from your own and also from the organization perspective as well. Whether what should be your recommendation or advice on the opportunity for engineers to work overseas.
Okay. For ACPE, in my view, I think the first is that opportunity, as you said. Actually, we cannot fly to other country and sign off any contract or letter and then submit to the government. But actually, ACPE is the good start to our engineer to be applied and then certify ourselves that our professional is meet our same as our friend engineer in ASEAN. Okay, and then the second one, I think that engineer in every country we need to promote, to let them have a benchmark to apply for this one, so they can develop themselves in terms of professional and then communication and then after they can apply for ACPE, so all of the engineering society can level up the skill. And then for myself, I am the president-elect of ASHRAE Thailand. ASHRAE is the American society about the air conditioning, and they have many countries in our region. Thailand, we have Malaysia, Singapore, Vietnam, also Indonesia, Philippines. We have many countries here, and then in our society like this, so I was to promote all of the engineers. They should apply for the society that you work for. Like if you are the structural engineer, you should apply for another society to continue on improvement your skill. For the air conditioning engineer, you should be applied like ASHRAE, same as us. Or electrical engineers should apply for another society. So you can get the information and then they will improve your skill. at the end you can be the same as benchmark. Previously, when we stay in Thailand, maybe we have our friend of engineer around 100,000 people. But if we going together in the ASEAN, maybe we can have around million of the engineer. So it's like the big family. So all of us should be improve ourselves to be same as our friend.
Okay, very good point. That means we all should prepare ourselves well in advance when the opportunity arrives so that we can grab it more effectively. Right? So this is what COET, Council of Engineers of Thailand, really want to encourage all Thai engineers to level up themselves,
Yes.
step up to be ACPE and look forward to be RFPE as Dr. Soe Myint has done as well. Any question from the floor? Yeah, participants. I hope there should be some among 509 attendees. Yeah, including Datuk Wira and Engineer Andi. Yeah, we give the honor to you first as a speaker today to ask questions to our panelists today. Okay, one question here. I would like to inquire whether engineers from APEC and ASEAN member countries, particularly Thailand, are eligible to apply for international certification assessment, such as professional engineer, civil engineer, across various categories, including associate engineer. Okay, both presently and in the future. I hope this question comes from foreign engineer.
I think Thai people.
Can we detect the source who's asking this so that we understand the question more accurately?
APEC and ASEAN member.
So any of you who want to share your opinion or answer to this question, Dr. Soe?
Yeah, so he may be particularly in Thailand eligible to apply for international certification assessment such as PN. Yeah, like my case, I am from the ASEAN country, so that I can apply RFPE. I am PE now in Thailand. So you can apply RFPE Thailand if you have the ASEAN. But for the APEC, I am not sure. Regulation of the APEC acceptable. I know ASEAN member country is accepted to convert your ACPE to RFPE, and you can be PE, as you mentioned in your question. Hope this will answer the question.
About both of you, if you want to share, or could Prapoot as well, yeah.
Yes, for me, same as Dr. Soe.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Next question. I think should be Myanmar, right? From the name itself. As Dr. Soe particularly, if a foreign ACPE designer is responsible for the design work on projects in Thailand, do they need to collaborate and endorse a local counterpart designer for construction? Okay, I think we have the answer.
We need the local PE, senior PE. I have one senior PE to take care of me. So I cannot be independently practice in Thailand, but dependent on my senior PE.
I see.
Yes, this will answer the question.
Yeah, I think this protocol still pretty similar to all countries. Because I'm sure, like Kun Prapoot, when you design for the project in Cambodia, you still need local PE to sign for you. Is that right?
Yes, right. So when we work throughout other countries, we need the consultant, the local consultant, to advise us on some local content. Yeah.
Okay.
However, still you can be the independent if COE Thailand accepted on your request. There is some regulation as well.
Yeah.
I can be independent up to their acceptance.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
Could I intervene? This is Sidek here.
Okay, please.
Yeah. Thank you very much for giving me a chance. to ask the question and to clarify some of the items highlighted. I'm sorry, there is echo on the line. I hope it's clear. One of the most important statements made by Dr. Soe Myint is the issue with regards to ACPE and RFPE, where what need to be an ACPE before you can be an RFPE. Under the current arrangement, you have to have a collaborator or sponsor of the host country. Maybe this is a reason to address the issues on contractual, regulatory, as well as the language problem, as highlighted.
Yes.
Here, we were toying with the idea of ongoing or distancing with R&D in the ASEAN region by just considering ACPE being adequate. But after hearing what Dr. Myint is highlighting, without local sponsors and collaboration, one may face problems on regulatory, contractual, and language, not to mention the standards and practices. So I would like to actually suggest the like of Dr. Soe Myint to work together with people on the subject of the platforms, where we are trying to consolidate all the ASEAN standards and practices to be shared online with all practicing engineers in the ASEAN region. Because we admitted there are many regulations, both domestic and international, that you must be familiar with. And for that reason, if we can compile all these differences under one platform, then it can be accessed by all practicing engineers as and when required.
Yeah,
So that is my comment. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's good.
Thank you so much for helping us to clarify this important, let's say,
Remark.
yeah, correct. And of course, I think like Dr. Soe Myint, he may look for other FPE in other countries as well, if possible.
Maybe
right?
this year.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So that's, I mean, we still have a lot of things we can do. Yeah.
If we have this platform, I can study very quickly and I can go there very quickly. Yes, very good advice.
Yeah. Thank you so much for that. Okay, next question from Mr. Mudassar Hassan. Is FIDIC follow the construction contract as whole or a mixed version of FIDIC and Thai law is used for international projects? Anybody want to answer? I can answer.
I think
I'm the FIDIC expert.
As far as I understand, to see Thai law is the just minimum requirement to cover for go to the court. That's it, small thing only. I mean, mention FIDIC is the very wide priority of the court. You can still apply and still applicable in Thailand if it is cover this minimum requirement. That should be all right.
Yeah.
Hope this will answer the question.
Okay. If I may add what Dr. Soe has shared about this, I think when we look at the FIDIC contract, we may have to ask ourselves whether what is the merit FIDIC contract that you want, okay, that we want. Okay, somebody want to have a fair contract, but this is something, it's like the bitter pill to swallow, because when we try to ask the client, the government sector authority to have a fair contract with the contractors, sometimes we don't see whether they really want to do that.
Yes.
Okay. So FIDIC contract is there, it's good, the philosophy all good, but to convince your counterpart, I mean your contractual parties to agree with it, that's always the most difficult part. Okay, and also I think one major obstacle of using FIDIC contract is related to the protocol of those countries, especially with the government sector, because normally they have their own, let's say, requirement to follow. Okay, and whenever we need to go through one good example is about the change, the variation order. FIDIC contract really open to accept any change. Okay, but you can imagine, even they want to be fair with you, but whenever there's a change initiated, they need to go through the process to the upper levels. So long, it's very time consuming.
Yes.
Until the final decision maker has approved. So that's something. This is only one example that make the FIDIC contract still not so practical.
Yeah.
For certain countries.
Yeah. For the Thai is mainly for the Consumer Protection Act. So they put some minimum to protect the consumer. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. That's right. Anyway, since today we are more talking about international collaboration, right? FIDIC contracts really good for this area. Okay. And FIDIC can be enforced for the projects in Thailand if it's funded by the international financial institution.
Yes.
Like World Bank, ADB, yeah. So this is the channel. If you really, let's say, feel that FIDIC contract really good, you want to adopt it in your projects, then try to find those channels to enforce it.
Correct.
Yeah. That's my suggestion.
Should I answer the question? Yeah, next question.
Okay. They call pink book. FIDIC have so many colors, right? This one we call pink book is a multi-development bank edition. Okay.
How many ASEAN 11 countries Thai ACPE can register for RFP? For Thai ACPE, so 11 countries you can.
Any, yes,
Any
correct.
country is acceptable.
To answer to
According to the MIA, ASEAN Nuclear Recognition Arrangement, you can register all 11 countries.
Correct. Okay, I hope that's the answer to Kun Ruthipong Patama Vitsut question. From Mr. Ong Yin, process of RFP application can do activity as country nation PE.
Yeah, as I mentioned, you have to study a lot. The country, ministerial regulation, and some Building Control Act, and some language. So you have to study.
Okay, I think the time is running out, and since Engineer Andy want to share with us, please, Engineer Andy.
Okay, thank you very much. Can you hear my voice?
Welcome. Yes, sir. Yeah, we can hear you. We see you on picture as well.
So, thank you very much. I'm glad to attend this meeting also. I can hear some of the input and information regarding how to in an ASEAN country, because my experience until now mostly in another country like Australia and Middle East. Yeah, Middle East. In that, my experience in that Middle East, for example, I've lead a big project with 3,000 engineers working together from more than 20 countries under me. One of the challenges is culture. So because this the culture between one country and another country is different. So if we work together in an international environment, we have to be wise regarding and appreciate the other culture. And also, for example, in Australia, one of the concern is regarding the union. Yeah? There are
Union.
a very strong union there in Australia. I don't know in ASEAN country, but I think in Australia is they are very tight. And the challenge is they have different regulation between one area with another area in Australia, something like that. It's also happened in Indonesia. There are some province and also district regulation that sometimes make some obstacles for the foreign or somebody who would like to work in that area. That's why I'm suggesting that for the ASEAN ACPE, we need something like help desk, yeah, in order to help any of the engineers who would like to work within ASEAN country, especially the ACPE engineers. They can just easily contact that help desk. So instead of going through many regulations that have to be fulfilled, something like that, he or she can contact that help desk and to get everything, and also to get some support, yeah, something like that. And also for the cooperation, as mentioned by Mr. Sidek, if you would like to cooperate or work with another country in us for using the CPA, you have to collaborate with someone. So this creates some difficulties. Yeah. So I think if we have the collaboration center that I have suggested before, I think it will help anybody or company who would like to do a cooperation between the countries. So that's my suggestion. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Engineer Andi. That's useful for us to prepare ourselves, and it's like a good precaution whenever we need to work in any region, also in Australia, as you just mentioned. Okay, there's one more question coming, so I think we can still allow for it. Since I'm from Pakistan, what route is there for any non-Asian country engineers who work in Asian countries? Yeah. Anybody want to share? Feel free to share. Yeah, I will share mine later.
Yeah. I mean, you can work as an engineer, no problem. As I mentioned, as you have no register with Council of Engineering, but you are not in correct position. That's it. You can work as an engineer, no problem, as long as your community accept.
Correct. I mean, the work opportunity is still there. Yeah, still there. But it's just you have certain limitation to perform. Okay. That's why subject to the company that accept you, recruit you to be the employees. Yeah, they'll find something that you can contribute. Yeah, as an engineer, as a Pakistani engineer. Yes. Yeah, I think Engineer Andi, raise your hand again. Yeah.
Yeah. I would like to answer. In Indonesia, there is Institute of Engineers Indonesia. So if you would like to work in Indonesia, you can just apply in the website of the PII, the British PII. So there will be a regulation for the foreign engineers to work in Indonesia.
I see.
Yeah, this is in Indonesia.
Okay, thank you. Indonesia has so many projects, so yeah.
You're welcome.
We are interested.
Yeah, welcome.
Okay, I think now we have come to the very end of this forum, and of course, I will, as a chairperson of this forum, I need to give my appreciation to all the panelists, Mr. Prapoot Ponglaohapan, Mr. Siwarut Suwanlapaporn, Mr. Wirasak Kongkeaw and Dr. Soe Myint, our IFP in this forum. Thank you for very much for your contribution, and hopefully we will have further opportunity to meet with you again.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And of course, we need to have our closing speech or closing remark by Dr. Quanchai Leepowpanth. So I would like to invite Dr. Quanchai to speak with us at the very last session, please.
You stay here. Stay here.
ทุกคนคุณนิวัฒน์อยู่กับที่และทุกคนไปชิดคุย
And in.
Hi, Andy. You see me? Engineer Andy. See you again. Actually, this afternoon is very exciting. Very exciting. We have been discussing quite a lot. Start from mobilization, from Datuk, Wira, and myself and Andi. And then these panelists, leading by Niwat, is also discussing interesting experiences, sharing their own the experiences on being ACPE and IFPE. This is very interesting. And I would like to a bit to summarize what we have done this afternoon. We think being ACPE on top of your professional engineering qualification is an advantage. It gives you stronger credentials and gives you more acceptable for other countries. ACPE is agreement among 10 countries in ASEAN. Someone asking about APEC. APEC is a different platform, different agreement. And we, in addition to ACPE, we can register, we can qualify to be APEC engineers. APEC engineers works like ACPE. And then you can work in APEC countries. Not every country has their own regulation, their own law. So most of the countries require you to work together with local collaboration. If we want to work independently, in the case of Thailand, like Dr. Soe Myint, he should come here, and also he should enter the assessment system to qualify himself to be what we call adjunct engineer, and then he can work independently. But as you know, that engineering works is a teamwork. It's not working alone by yourself. If you're talking about the virtual mobilities, which is one of the alternative on complementing physical mobilities, and I think that would help creating stronger collaboration among ourselves and with less barriers, I think. And then the experiences shared by all panelists and Niwat, very interesting. And I hope this information, comments, observations, and suggestion would be more or less benefit to all participants. I would like to thank you, Datuk, Wira, and Engineer Andi for their contribution since the beginning of our session. And thank you for your participation for the whole session to now. Thank you very much. And also thank you for Niwat and his panelist team here in their contribution to the seminar or forum. Yes. And I think this is very beneficial to our engineering communities at all. And on behalf of COET, I would like to thank all participants from Thailand and other countries. By number, I think we have around nearly 600 participants by now. And I consider that this forum is a successful one. And I think it encourages us to maybe we may organize another the ACP forum number 2 sometime within this year again. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone, and wish you happy New Year, Chinese New Year, and wish you successful in your career. Thank you so much. Thank you for everyone.
Thank you, Cap. Thank you, Cap.